Have you ever felt like a boat adrift in a raging storm, with the overwhelming sensation that life's waves are about to swallow you whole? Tough days, pressures that seem unbearable, that inner voice constantly trying to drag you down. Who hasn't, right? But what if I told you there's a map, a time-tested compass capable of giving you unshakable inner strength? A path so that nothing that happens out there can ever steal your inner peace? Get ready to turn the tables. In this video, we're going to dive deep into 10 timeless principles of Stoicism, left to us by the philosopher Epictetus, ideas so powerful they can completely transform the way you react to the world. The unwavering purpose in life. Listen up, you know that feeling of drifting aimlessly, like a rudderless boat in the middle of the ocean? That's exactly what life feels like when we don't have a firm purpose. It's kind of like having a broken GPS. You know you want to get somewhere, but you have no clue how. But hey race, the good news, this map, this anchor that holds you steady in the storm, isn't something you just stumble upon by chance. It's something you craft yourself through a process of deep reflection about what truly matters to you. Once you discover and fully embrace this purpose, things really start to shift. Those challenges that once looked like insurmountable mountains suddenly turn into steps you can climb. It's truly amazing how a clear sense of purpose strengthens your resilience and gives you incredible inner strength, transforming that's impossible into that's just another obstacle to overcome. Think about leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. or Nelson Mandela. What propelled them forward, if not an unwavering purpose? Mastering your mind and emotions. Yeah, we live in a whirlwind of things constantly happening, and it's super easy to feel swept away by our emotions, isn't it? But Stoicism offers us a brilliant insight. Our emotions don't just spring out of nowhere. They're like a direct reflection of our thoughts and the way we perceive things. So, even though it might feel like situations control us, the truth is we have a tremendous amount of power to choose how we're going to react to each and every one of them. That's the absolute key to everything. To master this art of controlling your mind, it takes daily practice, almost like we're building mental muscle. This means learning to focus on the present moment, Instead of dwelling on the past or worrying too much about the future, we concentrate on the here and now. Plus, it's fundamental to understand your emotions, where they come from, what triggers them, and most importantly, to protect your mind from anything that pulls you down, whether it's toxic people or bad news. That way, you maintain your calm and composure no matter what. Dealing with criticism and other people's opinions. One of the most liberating things we learn is that no matter how hard people try, they don't have control over our reactions. We can't control what others think or do, and it's totally normal for someone to throw out a criticism or have a different opinion than yours once in a while. The crux of the matter isn't avoiding it, because that's impossible, but rather how we choose to react to these situations. Truly understanding who you are, your deepest values, greatly diminishes the impact of any external jab. And guess what? Patience and gentleness are your biggest allies here. When someone criticizes you, instead of exploding or shutting down, take a deep breath. That pause right there gives you a massive amount of self-control. Instead of taking it personally, try to see if there's anything useful in the criticism. Sometimes, even in harsh comments, we find an opportunity for growth. It's like that saying, don't argue with a fool, they'll drag you down to their level and beat you with experience. Maintain your composure and calm, and you'll see how good relationships are preserved, even in the face of disagreements, transforming offenses into opportunities for growth. You know that moment when someone hurts you, and the first thing that comes to mind is a searing pain? Well, Stoicism shows us that, in reality, it's not the offense itself that truly wounds us, but rather our perception and the reaction we have to it. It's as if the pain doesn't come from outside, but from within us, from the way we interpret what happened. And that's one of the greatest freedoms we can achieve, not being prisoners of what others do or say. The idea here isn't to ignore your emotions. Feeling anger or sadness is human. It's part of our very nature. The trick is to acknowledge these feelings, but without letting them take the wheel of your life. Create a space, a pause right there, between what happens to you and your response. Tools like cognitive reframing, like looking at the situation from a different angle, empathy, trying to understand the other person's perspective, and yes, forgiveness are absolutely crucial. Instead of clinging to resentment, you transform what was meant to be a wound into a huge life lesson, a stepping stone for your personal growth. Overcoming fear and shame. It's pretty common for us to get caught up in feelings of fear or shame, isn't it? That sensation that something bad is about to happen, or that we're just not good enough. But the point is, these feelings don't come from outside, they're not inherent in the situations themselves. They are, in fact, a reflection of the interpretations we make. Stoicism invites us to face them hidden, without running away, like a scientist analyzing a phenomenon. Ask yourself, what exactly am I afraid of? Where does this shame come from? By analyzing rationally, often the boogeyman shrinks in size. On this path to overcoming, self-analysis and self-forgiveness are powerful tools. Think about the shame of a past mistake instead of tormenting yourself. How about understanding what happened, learning from it, and forgiving yourself? It's a gigantic step to transform that pain into learning and personal growth. And don't shy away from seeking support. Talking to trusted friends or mentors can make a huge difference. Sometimes, just by putting it out there, you'll already notice that your resilience strengthens, and you're not alone in this. Anticipating obstacles, premeditatio malo rum. We live in a world full of unexpected events, and it's tempting to think that if we don't dwell on the worst, it won't happen, right? But the Stoics teach us that preparation isn't pessimism, it's pure realism. It's like planning a road trip. You think about the main route, but you also consider detours, a flat tire, unexpected rain. That's the essence of premeditatio malo rum, visualizing the potential hassles that might arise and already thinking about how you'll react to them. It's not about getting anxious, but rather about building mental resilience that keeps you one step ahead. This practice of anticipating challenges is quite the workout for your mind, you know? Like, before an important meeting, instead of just focusing on what could go right, imagine the tough questions, a technical glitch, or even that pre-meeting nervousness kicking in. By envisioning these scenarios, you already have an action plan for each one, and when the real problem appears, you won't be caught off guard. This preparation gives you incredible calm and composure, allowing you to maintain self-control even in the eye of the storm, cultivating inner strength. Often, we delude ourselves into thinking that having inner strength is about controlling everything around us, but Stoicism shows us that the real deal is in mastering our own reactions. Think about it, you can't control traffic, other people's opinions, or even the weather, right? But you can choose how you feel and act in the face of all of it. This distinction between what is and what isn't within your control is a game changer for maintaining your inner peace. This inner strength doesn't just appear overnight, it's a muscle we build with self-awareness and daily practice. Forgiveness, for example, is a huge pillar. Holding grudges only drains your energy, so letting go of the other person and yourself is a powerful act of self-control. What's more, your resilience gets stronger with every setback you bounce back from. And seeking support from your community or even practicing gratitude for what you already have are powerful propellers for that inner strength that helps you go further. Containing impulsive actions. Impulse. It really gets a hold of us, doesn't it? We feel that uncontrollable urge to speak our minds, to do something without thinking about the consequences. But Stoicism teaches us that it's not about repressing your emotions until they vanish, it's about not letting them dictate your actions. It's like putting on the handbrake at just the right moment. The trick is to create a small pause, a breath, between what happens to you and your reaction. In that interval, you have the power to choose the best way to act, instead of just being carried away by the wave. This pause for reflection is a superpower. Think about a stressful work situation or a heated argument. The urge is to lash out. But if you restrain yourself, if you allow yourself to think, the outcome is completely different. This also applies to delaying instant gratification for the sake of a greater purpose. Practicing self-control in your daily words and choices not only brings you more inner peace, but also builds stronger relationships and helps you be more intentional in everything you do. Accepting reality. Look, one of the most liberating truths we can learn is that resisting reality only wears us down and brings unnecessary suffering. It's like trying to swim against the current. You get tired, but you don't go anywhere, and the water just keeps flowing. Acceptance is the first and most powerful step towards any effective action. If, for example, you lose your job, it's natural to feel a jolt. But instead of dwelling on the situation, acceptance allows you to turn the page, to focus on what you can do now, update your resume, look for new opportunities. This shift in perception lifts a huge weight off your shoulders and puts you back in charge. And how do we cultivate this acceptance? One of the best ways is through the practice of mindfulness and meditation. By doing this regularly, you learn to observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment, to simply accept the moment as it is with all its imperfections. It's important to understand that acceptance isn't about throwing your hands up and giving in, quite the opposite. It's about finding tremendous inner strength in adversity, transforming every obstacle into a stepping stone for your growth and learning. Living in harmony with nature. Finally, we arrive at one of the most beautiful pillars of Stoicism: living in harmony with nature. But what does that mean in practice? It's not about moving to a forest, no. It's about recognizing our place in the world, understanding that we are part of something bigger, and acting in harmony with our rational and social essence. This involves a good dose of self-awareness, knowing who you truly are, your values, and making choices that align with your truth, without just being swayed by societal pressures. And this harmony with nature also involves accepting life cycles. We're born, we grow, we mature, we age. These are phases, and they all have their value. It's about cultivating virtues like wisdom, the courage to face whatever comes, justice in your relationships, and temperance to maintain balance. Furthermore, it means reconnecting with the basics, with what truly matters, and even with the environment. It's as if, by living in a simpler, more conscious way, you'll find profound inner peace and an even greater purpose. We've reached the end of our journey through Stoic principles, and by now, I hope you're getting a taste of the inner strength that Stoicism can bring. It's not a magic formula, but an invitation to look within, to practice self-control and acceptance, and to find your purpose in life. Every single point we've explored, from mastering your perception to preparing for obstacles and finding harmony with nature, is a step in your personal development. Think with me for a moment: what would your life be like if you could react to adversities not with despair, but with calm and resilience? If your mind were a safe haven, immune to external storms? Start small, apply just one of these principles today, perhaps by practicing forgiveness or dedicating some time to reflect on your purpose. The journey to truly letting nothing affect you is a continuous process, a path of self-improvement that is absolutely worth it. If this content resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to keep receiving more transformative insights. Together, we can build a life of greater inner peace and self-control.